Alright, so our next lesson will be proportions. So, what is proportion? Can you read this one?
Proportion says that two ratios or fractions are equal. For example, 1/3 is equal to 2/6.
Very
So
good.
1 out of 4 is equal to 2 out of 6.
Excellent. So the ratios are the same, so they are in proportion. For example, a rope's length and weight are in proportion. So when 20 meters of rope weighs 1 kilogram, then 40 meters of that rope weighs 2 kilograms, right? And 200 meters of that rope weighs 10 kilograms, etc. So that's proportion. Did you get it, Mara?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's move on to sizes. Can you read this part?
When shapes are in proportion, their relative sizes are the same. Here we see that the ratio of head length to body length are the same in both drawings, so they are proportional. Making the head too long or short would look bad.
Very good. So 10 over 20 is equal to 15 over 30, or 1/2. Alright, example, like A3, A4, A5, etc. all have the same proportions. Okay. So this is in relation to paper sizes. Okay, any questions so far, Mara?
No.
Great. So working with proportions. Now, how do we use this? For example, you want to draw the dog's head. How long should it be? So let us write the proportion with the help of the 10-20 ratio from above.
21.
21, perfect. So there, that's how you do it. That was quick. Next, using proportions to solve percents. A percent is actually a ratio. Saying 25% is actually saying 25 per 100. And we can use proportions to solve questions involving percents. The trick is to put what we know into this form. So part over whole, percent over 100. Okay, this looks interesting. So example, can you read the example?
Example, what is 25% of 160? The percentage is 25, the whole is 160, and we want to find out the part.
Very good. So what is 25% of 60?
40.
40. Excellent. There you go. Next, we can also find a percent. For example, what is $12 as a percent of $80? So we know that 80 is the whole and 12 is part of the whole. So what is the percent?
50.
15. Okay. Great. Next example. Can you read this example?
Yeah. Example, the sales price of a phone was 150, which was only 80% of the normal price. What was its normal price?
Mm-hmm.
$150 over the whole equals to 80 of 100.
Mm-hmm. So you multiply 150 and 100 divided by 80, right? So what's the whole?
187.50.
0.50, okay. Okay, great. Any questions so far?
No.
Great. Let's move on. Using proportions to solve triangles. Okay. So we can use proportions to solve similar triangles. Example, how tall is the tree? Can you read the problem, Mara?
Yeah. Sam tried using a ladder, tape measure, rope, and various other things, but still couldn't work out how tall the tree was. Then Sam had a clever idea. Similar triangle. Sam measures a stick and its shadow in meters, and also the shadow of the tree. And this is what he gets.
So now Sam makes a sketch of the triangles and writes down the height to length ratio for both triangles. So 1:3 to 2:4. Now that's 2.9. So we need to measure the height. How would you get the height?
Do the 2.9 times 2.4 over 1.3.
Very
Then
good.
you do 6.9 over 1.3, and then you get 5.4 meters.
Alright, perfect. Okay, great. Now, the height could have been at the bottom, so long as it was on the bottom for both ratios like this. Okay. So yeah, you can interchange the ratio. You'll still get the same answer. All right. Any questions?
No.
Great. So let's do another example before we move on to the questions. A concrete example. So ratios can have more than two numbers. For example, concrete is made by mixing cement, sand, stones, and water. A typical mix of cement, sand, and stones is written as a ratio such as 1:2:6. Now we have three ratios, so it's a little harder. So we can multiply all values by the same amount and still have the same ratio. Alright? If you multiply it by 10, that becomes 10 by 20. 10:20:60 is the same as 1:2:6. So when we use 10 buckets of cement, we should use 20, maybe 20, yeah, buckets of sand and 60, let's say, buckets of stones. Alright, let's do another example. Can you read this example?
You have just put 12 buckets of stone into a mixer. How much cement and how much sand should you make a 1:2:6 mix? You get 2 cement, 4 sand, and 12 stone.
Perfect. The ratio is 1/2, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Next, yeah, that's the answer there at the bottom. Okay, there. Yeah, it looks like you've answered the example again perfectly, Myra. Do you have any questions before we move on to the exercises?
No.
Great. Let's answer question number 1. What fraction of the squares are red?
Would it be D?
D as in
Dog.
D as in dog. Fraction of the squares.
Oh, wait. B.
B as in beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What is the ratio of yellow triangles to all triangles?
And A.
A, 2:5. A for iron, right?
Yeah.
Yes, well done.
Um,
Next question. What fraction of the apples are orange?
B.
B as in Bravo.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. You are right. Next, let's move on to the next question.
A.
A. Congratulations, that is the right answer. Next question.
C.
Pardon me.
C.
C. Excellent. You're right. Next question.
Mhm. B.
B as in Bravo.
Yeah.
Excellent. You are right again. Next question.
A.
A, 3 inches. Congratulations. That is the right answer. Next question.
Would it be
Mm.
B? I don't know whether it's B or C because my answer came to
Mm.
because if you do 100 divided by 70,
Mm-hmm.
you get 1.4 something something. So I said 1.4.
Something. And then you multiply it by 28, right?
Yeah, and I got 39.2, so it could either be 38 or 40.
39.2. Okay. I think 39.2 is closer to 40, right?
Yeah.
It's closer to 39, but there's no 39 as an option. Okay. So that is correct. Great job, Myra. Next one, number 9.
Um, I got
Mm-hmm.
wait, no. I think because I got 2.3, I should put 2.4 as my answer.
Mm. Final answer, 2.4.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. Okay. So these are the proportions. B over 3 equals 3 over 4. So you multiply 3, cross multiply 3 times 3 over 4. 9 divided by 4 is 2.25. Right? Did you get it, Myra?
Yeah.
Great. Last question, number 10.
I don't know.
You don't know. You can use 3 or 4 or 6 or 8, right? So if you divide 4 by 3, That's 1.333, same as 8 divided by 6. And then you multiply it by 2.4, you get 3.19, or 3.2. Okay? Get it, Myra?
Yeah.
Alright, great. So, any questions? You got 8 over 10. That's not bad at all. Great job.